Just got to check your prisoner, dear.
Whatever. Just be quick. He's not looking too good.
No, he's not. We really should feel sorry for him. He never fully got over his parents' death. It left him quite insane. What is going on inside your head, Wayne? He's gone. Just a twisted shell of a man.
Cut me free!
He's all yours, Joker.
Oh, goody. Come on, Mr. J. We're ready.
I've waited a long time for this, Bats. Let's start the party with a bang.
What the fuck is up, punchers? It's Andy. I'm here with Racky, and we're looking at Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, man, this makes me want to bust out into the Adam West style theme song.
Yeah, Batman! This game is fucking awesome. I had a very great time with this fucking game.
Well, you know, it is the best Batman game to come out ever. And we've played them all by this point. And yeah, no, this is it's already a classic.
Yeah, what Batman Begins did to the movie franchise, this is gonna do to the game franchise. It's bringing a whole new level of like respect to Batman as a fucking, you know, a platform gamer.
Well, it's also not only that, it's bringing respect to the comic book franchise as a viable property for video games.
Well, respected comic book writer Paul Dini co-wrote this.
Yeah, he was also the creator of the ultra cute Vixen, femme fatale Vixen.
She's the
what's her name?
skeleton swinging on that fucking pendulum over there, Harley Quinn.
Yes, one of the greatest Batman creations of all time.
Joker's main squeeze.
Yep.
I like the squeezer too.
Who wouldn't? Yeah, so outside of that, it's got a great vibe, Arkham Asylum. You know, they really kind of took cues from the Batman DC universe. You know, throughout this game, I was brought back to reading Arkham Asylum by Grant Morrison. And, you know, if the game can channel that vibe of DC, it's getting some things right.
Yeah, this works on like some pretty deep levels here. I mean, as the game progresses, you kind of realize that Batman, he's at home at Arkham. He's like, he belongs there with everyone else.
Yeah, he's just as creepy and as weird as all the other ones. I mean, part of what makes the atmosphere so great is, well, one, the design of the architecture of Arkham, the Rocksteady Studios, has to be congratulated here. You know, the last game they did was Urban Chaos, which is sort of a fun first-person shooter that was pretty graphically violent, but they've really matured as a studio. And so, I mean, outside of just the design and architecture, they've really built the perfect Batman simulator.
Yeah, definitely. The environments are fucking how they just give you that vibe that, you know, you're in a fucking place and shit's going down. And, you know, you get into the game. You feel the rush while you're playing. I mean, like,
well, I mean, I think the best part about it is the fact that the combat system, you know, Batman can take out 5 to 6 guys at one time, which is how he would be able to do it in the comic books. He fights with this very direct impact style.
Yeah, it's like, you know, come in, hit him,
break some bones.
Yeah, snap some legs.
You know, reversals. And I was actually hesitant about the combat when I played the demo. I thought, oh, this is going to be Simon Says. But in the game, it actually comes out quite nicely. You kind of get into a rhythm of things. And it's a lot of fun.
And while he might be able to take out 5 guys at once, you know, taking out 10 guys and maybe even a couple of guys with guns does prove to be a pretty good challenge.
Well, see, that's where the other element of the game fits in nicely. You know, you can sneak around, hide in the shadows, pick off guys one by one, set up elaborate traps. Like, literally, you can you can be the Batman you want to be. You can be a bruiser Batman, or you can be a really, really slick, scary son of a bitch. Which is, you know, what Batman is at the best of times.
What was the line? Putting fear back into the darkness, you know, slinking around in the shadows. You know, and really the only limit is your imagination as to how you're gonna take guys out. I mean, you get a really great assortment of fucking weapons. You know, your inventory is fucking stacked. I think it's like 9 different weapons in total that you get to use.
Well, and also the upgrade system's pretty cool as well. So, you know, you can pick and choose kind of what you want your Batman to be over the course of the game. So, I mean, you can choose Batarangs right from the start, or you can go kind of bruiser
or armor,
and get there. There are a few issues with this game that can't be ignored, which will be hopefully improved for the sequel, because the sequel is definitely coming by this point.
Yeah.
And so one of them is the backtracking. I did not enjoy kind of getting lost in Arkham. I wanted to enjoy the space,
Yeah.
but not see it 1,000 times.
Now, like, yeah, granted, this is, you know, partly a detective game, and you do have to walk around a lot. But I mean, spending an hour trying to get out of one area because of, like, you know, they made it a maze, you know, trying to get out away from Killer Croc was a little too much for me.
Well, I mean, also that and the fact that the detective actual mode in the game, you know, the graphics are really, really pretty, but you need to use the detective mode more than 50% of the time. So instead of seeing these great environments, you're seeing everything in this sort of blue and red filter.
Unless you want to keep hitting the button and, like, fucking going back and forth, in which case, you know.
Yeah, so...
it just ends up being a little tedious at times.
And also the camera, when Batman's walking through the corridors, is just too tight.
Yeah, I mean, I can only look at the small of a man's back for so long.
Yeah, it's a they did the cloak and cowl well, but no one wants to see it that much. As soon as you start running, it works a little better. I almost wish they could have pulled the camera back a little bit.
Yeah. So how much would you pay for this?
You know, that's a good question. I lucked out, and I kind of picked this up on trade-in and got it at the $39.98 price point, what they launched at for that crazy fire sale that they had.
Okay.
And I was more than happy to pick it up at that price. Kind of at $69.99. I kind of question any game at that price.
Yeah.
But definitely this is a game that if you don't get it now, wait a little bit. You should get it at some point if you're a Batman fan. If you're not a Batman fan...
wait for it to go down, yeah.
Yeah, because then its flaws are probably going to be a little more apparent than if you're, you know, if you're a diehard fan. But definitely the character models, the graphics, the design.
Yeah, I love how they redid Harley. I love how they redid, you know, all the characters, even Bane and Killer Croc.
Well, the voice acting itself is perfect. They got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill doing stellar jobs. So let's give the last word to Joker.